Good morning, everybody. Kathy Hawk here. It's Friday morning, and I just wanted to bring you up to speed on what I'm going to be doing. It's the Facebook Lives on Mondays with some lights on, fun information to be playful and use, and then we'll close the week with it also so that you have the weekend. And I think that that's a good use of all of our time. And so Mondays and Fridays, and today's Fridays. And on Monday, I started helping you get a bigger understanding of how, from an energy standpoint, creation happens. How is it that that you can tap into the same kind of amazing energy that scientists think is what started the universe, the Big Bang Theory. So what's your Big Bang? What are you going to do that is really different and creative and innovative? So we're using words off the Get Clarity Guide, and we're working in the area that is easy for you to follow, that's purple. So I'm going to go over here, and I've picked out a few of the favorite purple words here that really, I mean, there are 8 of them, and you of course find them on your own home guide. But co-creation, really looking at co-creation and how that serves, how you serve from that amazing place as a leader. So see, it's under the leader category. And I thought that it would be most fun if for the weekend, if you went over to what under the field of organizational, and organizations can be your business, they can be your family, they can be the charities and things that you work with, the groups. So let's look at imagination and a K-word. And what is a K-word and where did that come from? So if you have our shift booklet, and it's all on the website, so it's super easy. And also, we have the Get Clarity Code on the website now. Actually, we had a problem with the link, so I apologize for all of you that tried. So the link is good. And what we're going to do, I'm going to talk to you about, so you can take the Get Clarity Code online and really get an in-depth understanding of it. So, so we've talked about co-creation, and you've got creation of that you do in your own head, but how about when you do it with others? How do you open up the field, the energy field, so that all of the bright ideas can come in? And you do it by using imagination. So imagination, and you're using a chaotic principle. So chaords are the combination of chaos, which is actually the Big Bang Theory of the universe. It just blew it up, and then it was self-organizing. So chaos, and then went into order. So the marriage of chaos and order is truly your co-creative process. So imagine you're there with yourself or your team, and you say to yourself, okay, let's just reimagine this whole thing. So reimagine something creatively. And so you just it's like taking a puzzle and throwing it down on the table, all the pieces scatter, and then you bring it back together into something that's whole. And you do it by moving the pieces. And that's what chaos is. So chaos is high imagination. It's like, if we could do it any way we wanted, if I could do it any way I wanted, what would that look like? How could we get what were our services out into the world in an imaginative, creative way? And that's what we're talking about. And what I want you to think about over the weekend. One of the when we first started writing, when Gary and I started writing the books about the Get Clarity system, it was before the print on demand days. And I so wanted that book to be in color. And, it has as you know, the book has this in it and the river map. And I wanted that. So now this is 15 years ago. And so you just look at the printing industry 15 years ago. It was so different then. And so I had this picture in my mind of how I wanted the book to be. And as it turned out, it was cost prohibitive. It just was. Well, I have to say that as unprofessional as it was at the time when we were working with our great indie publisher, Henry DeVries, I literally started to cry because and I mean, does that sound silly? But it was just so heartfelt to me how I wanted that first book to be. And so it just brought tears to my eyes. And so Gary very, graciously just said, I think we're lights off here. Let's stop the conversation and go back and do that chaos and order thing, and just like put everything on the table and just take a look at what can we do? How could we get Clarity's message out? And that first book that we wrote, it's no longer being published, but it ended up being a bestseller. And it was called Creating the Rest of Your Life. And we did it. We still got the message that we wanted. We did it in black and white. We divided the river. We divided the river up into sections, and we did it in black and white. And was that my dream? No, not at all. However, it got the message across to people that life is flow, and that if you live lights on, and if you make sure that you get out of the stuck eddies, your old patterns, that things will work amazingly, perfectly for you. And perfect, I mean in divine order. So it might not look how you thought it would, just like it didn't look that way, but it got the message out. And, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to look to just go into the chaos. Now, chaos is not confusion. Confusion is, remember, in our system, in the Get Clarity's thinking system, it is gray. In the gray area, it's foggy. When you're confused, you can't really see the light or the dark. You're just confused. However, chaos is a highly creative state. And for you to go into chaos and then see how it might order itself is just an amazing skill for you to have. So that's what I want you to think about over the weekend, to have fun with, to take a look at any part of your life that you can throw into chaos and then order it up. Kind of like big time clutter clearing fits under that. And a lot of our clients are doing a lot of work with clutter clearing right now. So let's do that. It'll come out of it with a new creation that's imaginative and will fill your duty for service. So that'll be the fun. Wouldn't it be fun this weekend for you? It'll be lights on. Like, what can you undo and do and redo? Okay? So I want you to have fun with that. And I'll see you.